Let me ask you something. When was the last time you met someone who was truly powerful, yet didn't need to prove it? Someone who walked into a room and didn't demand respect, but earned it without saying a word. That's the power of humility, not weakness, not playing small, but real strength. Today I'm going to show you 4 signs of a truly humble woman, the kind of woman who lifts others up, owns her mistakes, and grows relentlessly. This isn't about being nice, it's about being unstoppable. So if you're ready to step into that version of yourself, let's get started. True humility is one of the most powerful qualities a person can have, yet it is often misunderstood. Many believe that being humble means being passive, weak, or letting others walk all over you. But real humility is strength under control. It's not about diminishing yourself. It's about having an unshakable confidence that doesn't require external validation. A truly humble woman doesn't need to prove her worth to anyone because she already knows it. She carries herself with grace, self-assurance, and quiet power, making her presence felt without demanding attention. Think about the most inspiring women in your life. They aren't the ones who boast about their achievements or seek constant praise. Instead, they exude a natural confidence that makes people gravitate toward them. They don't need to shout to be heard because their energy, their integrity, and their actions speak louder than words ever could. Their humility isn't about making themselves smaller, it's about making space for others while standing firmly in their own strength. A humble woman doesn't fall into the trap of arrogance or false modesty. She doesn't downplay her skills, nor does she inflate them. She acknowledges her gifts and talents, but remains open to learning and growth. She understands that confidence is not about being the loudest person in the room. It's about having a quiet assurance in who you are and what you bring to the table. She doesn't need to prove herself by being better than others. She simply focuses on being the best version of herself. Her humility allows her to handle criticism with grace. Rather than becoming defensive or dismissing feedback, she listens, reflects, and uses it as a tool for growth. She understands that no one has all the answers and that true wisdom comes from the willingness to keep learning. Even in success, she remains grounded. She doesn't allow achievements to inflate her ego because she knows that external validation is fleeting. She measures success by her own standards, not by the opinions of others. This level of humility makes a woman incredibly magnetic. People are drawn to her because she doesn't make them feel small. She encourages those around her to shine, knowing that someone else's light doesn't dim her own. She doesn't feel the need to dominate conversations or seek attention, yet people naturally respect and admire her. They trust her because they sense her authenticity. They know she's not trying to impress anyone, she's just being herself, and that is incredibly powerful. At the core of true humility is a deep sense of security. A humble woman is secure in who she is, which is why she doesn't feel the need to prove her worth constantly. She's not easily shaken by criticism, rejection, or setbacks because her confidence isn't built on external approval. She recognizes that her value isn't determined by what others think, but by the impact she makes and the integrity she holds. So what can we learn from a truly humble woman? First, we must redefine what humility really is. It's not about shrinking to make others comfortable. It's not about pretending you don't have strengths or gifts. It's about owning your worth without arrogance and walking in confidence without the need for validation. It's about being strong, self-assured, and open to growth, all while remaining kind, compassionate, and grounded. If you want to cultivate this kind of humility, start by recognizing your own worth. Stop seeking external approval and validation. Understand that your confidence doesn't need to come from the applause of others. It should come from within. Develop the ability to listen more than you speak. Take responsibility for your actions, and when you succeed, let your work speak for itself. Build others up instead of competing with them. Because in the end, true humility isn't about thinking less of yourself. It's about thinking of yourself less while still knowing exactly who you are. One of the most powerful yet underrated qualities of a truly humble woman is her ability to listen more than she speaks. In a world where everyone is eager to share their opinions, prove a point, or be the loudest in the room, a humble woman takes a different approach. She listens, not just to respond, but to understand. This single trait sets her apart from the crowd because it shows her depth, wisdom, and emotional intelligence. When she engages in a conversation, she is fully present. She's not waiting for her turn to speak, nor is she mentally crafting her response while the other person is talking. She gives people her full attention, making them feel valued and respected. In doing so, she builds strong relationships, gains trust, and becomes someone others naturally gravitate toward. People feel safe around her because they know she won't judge them or dismiss their thoughts. Her ability to listen also makes her a lifelong learner. She understands that every person she meets knows something she doesn't. Whether she's talking to a child, an expert, a stranger, or a friend, she remains open to new perspectives. This mindset keeps her growing because she absorbs knowledge from every interaction. She doesn't pretend to know it all. Instead, she's constantly seeking wisdom, allowing her to evolve and refine her understanding of the world. Unlike those who dominate conversations to assert their intelligence, she lets her humility shine by creating space for others to share. She asks thoughtful questions, encourages dialogue, and genuinely considers different viewpoints. This makes her an exceptional leader, mentor, and friend. She doesn't impose her opinions on others or force her beliefs onto people. Instead, she seeks to understand before being understood, making her influence even more powerful. Beyond just conversations, her listening skills extend to how she navigates life. She pays attention to the world around her, noticing details that others overlook. She listens not just to words, but to emotions, body language, and unspoken feelings. She can sense when someone needs encouragement, support, or simply a listening ear. This makes her an incredible source of comfort to those around her. This ability to truly listen also allows her to handle criticism with grace. Instead of getting defensive or dismissing feedback, she absorbs it, reflects on it, and extracts value from it. She doesn't see criticism as an attack, but as an opportunity to improve. This mindset makes her resilient, adaptable, and continually evolving. While others may let their egos block growth, she sees every piece of feedback as a stepping stone toward becoming the best version of herself. Her humility is further evident in how she lifts others up without seeking recognition. She finds joy in seeing others succeed and genuinely celebrates their achievements. She doesn't view life as a competition where only one person can win. She believes in abundance, knowing that success is not limited to just a few. She encourages, supports, and empowers those around her without expecting anything in return. She's the first to applaud someone's success, offer words of encouragement, and recognize potential in others. While many people hesitate to praise others out of insecurity or jealousy, she does it freely because she knows that lifting others up does not take away from her own success. What sets her apart is that she does this without needing credit. She doesn't help others for applause, social validation, or recognition. She does it because it aligns with who she is. Her kindness is genuine, her support is sincere, and her encouragement is wholehearted. She believes that true leadership is about service, not status. And this is what makes her influence so powerful. People trust her, respect her, and admire her, not because she demands it, but because she earns it through her actions. She doesn't need to stand in the spotlight because she knows that true fulfillment comes from making a difference, not from being seen. Ultimately, her humility is what makes her truly remarkable. She listens to understand, learns from every experience, and lifts others up without seeking anything in return. She moves through life with grace, wisdom, and quiet confidence, making an impact not through loud words, but through her actions. While many chase validation, she focuses on being the kind of person who inspires others to be better. And that is where her true power lies. A truly humble woman possesses an extraordinary ability to uplift those around her, and she does so without ever seeking recognition or praise. In a world where people often crave validation, she stands apart because her motivation isn't driven by personal gain. It comes from a genuine desire to help others succeed. Her humility is evident in the way she celebrates others, encourages growth, and provides support, all without needing the spotlight on herself. When someone achieves something great, she is the first to acknowledge and celebrate their success. She doesn't feel threatened by another person's accomplishments because she understands that success is not a competition. She knows that there is enough opportunity, success, and recognition to go around. Instead of feeling envious or insecure when she sees someone else thriving, she chooses to cheer them on. She finds fulfillment in seeing others grow and reach their full potential. Her ability to uplift others comes from a deep sense of confidence and security within herself. She doesn't need external validation to feel worthy, which is why she doesn't hesitate to give credit where it's due. While many people hesitate to compliment or acknowledge others out of fear that it might diminish their own worth, she does the opposite. She lifts others up because she knows that someone else's success does not take away from her own. She also recognizes potential in people before they see it in themselves. Whether it's a friend, a colleague, or a family member, she has a gift for spotting strengths in others and helping them believe in themselves. She speaks words of encouragement, offers guidance, and pushes people to see their own greatness. And she does all of this quietly, without drawing attention to herself. She is not the type to say, "Look at what I did for this person." Instead, she steps back and allows them to shine, knowing that her role was simply to support, not to take credit. Her humility is also reflected in how she treats everyone with kindness and respect, regardless of their status or background. She doesn't reserve her support only for those in powerful positions. She treats everyone with the same level of care and encouragement. Whether she is speaking to a CEO or a janitor, a friend or a stranger, she extends the same level of respect and appreciation. She understands that every person matters and that lifting someone up, no matter how small the gesture, can have a lasting impact. Another sign of her true humility is that she doesn't keep a mental score of the good things she has done for others. She doesn't remind people of the time she helped them, nor does she expect favors in return. She gives freely, without strings attached. Her kindness is not transactional. It is genuine, selfless, and pure. This makes her one of the most trustworthy and respected people in any circle. Her ability to uplift others extends beyond just words. It's reflected in her actions. She creates opportunities for people, shares knowledge, and provides support whenever she can. If she sees someone struggling, she steps in, not to take over, but to offer guidance, encouragement, or simply a helping hand. And she does this without making the other person feel indebted to her. She also understands that lifting others up is not just about celebrating their wins. It's also about helping them rise from their failures. When someone stumbles, she doesn't judge or criticize. Instead, she offers a perspective of growth and resilience. She reminds people that failure is not the end, but a stepping stone towards something greater. She helps them see setbacks as lessons, encouraging them to keep moving forward. Ultimately, a humble woman knows that true success is not just about what you achieve, it's about what you contribute. She doesn't seek status, recognition, or validation. Instead, she finds joy in knowing that she has played a role in helping others succeed, and that is what makes her truly powerful. While many chase after personal glory, she focuses on lifting others, spreading kindness, and making an impact that extends far beyond herself. And that kind of humility, that's what leaves a legacy. A truly humble woman possesses a rare and powerful quality, the ability to own her mistakes and continuously seek growth. She does not see failure as a sign of weakness, but as a necessary part of becoming the best version of herself. Unlike those who deflect blame or make excuses, she understands that true strength lies in accountability. When she makes a mistake, she does not hide from it or try to shift responsibility onto others. Instead, she acknowledges it, learns from it, and uses it as fuel for personal development. This level of humility is what sets her apart. Many people struggle to admit when they are wrong because their egos get in the way. They fear that owning up to their faults will make them look weak, incompetent, or less respected. But a humble woman knows the opposite is true. The ability to take responsibility actually commands greater respect. People trust her more because they know she is honest, self-aware, and willing to grow. Her mindset is one of continuous improvement. She does not cling to outdated beliefs, habits, or behaviors just to protect her pride. Instead, she remains open to new ideas, different perspectives, and constructive feedback. When someone offers her advice or points out an area where she can improve, she does not get defensive. She listens, reflects, and uses the feedback as a tool for growth. She does not see criticism as an attack, she sees it as an opportunity. This ability to embrace growth also means that she is not afraid of challenges. She understands that stepping outside of her comfort zone is the only way to expand her capabilities. She willingly takes on new experiences, even if they come with the possibility of failure, because she values learning more than she fears making mistakes. She is not paralyzed by fear of judgment or rejection. Instead, she faces obstacles with courage, knowing that every setback is a lesson in disguise. A humble woman also resists the temptation to pretend she knows everything. She recognizes that life is a constant learning process, and no one, no matter how skilled, educated, or experienced, has all the answers. This mindset allows her to remain curious, adaptable, and open-minded. She is not afraid to ask questions, admit when she does not understand something, or seek guidance from those who have more experience. Her humility is also evident in how she handles success. When she achieves something great, she does not let it inflate her ego. She does not boast or seek validation from others. Instead, she stays grounded, recognizing that success is not just about personal achievement, but about how she can use it to contribute to others. She understands that growth is a lifelong journey, and there is always more to learn, more to improve, and more ways to become a better person. One of the most powerful aspects of her humility is that she does not dwell on past mistakes with shame or regret. She does not allow herself to be defined by her failures. Instead, she learns from them and moves forward with wisdom. She understands that making mistakes is part of being human, and what truly matters is how she responds to them. She does not let failures break her confidence. She lets them build her resilience. This kind of humility also allows her to be more compassionate toward others. Because she recognizes her own imperfections, she does not judge people harshly for theirs. She understands that everyone is on their own journey of growth and that mistakes are a universal part of life. Instead of criticizing others for their faults, she encourages them to learn, grow, and improve just as she does for herself. Ultimately, a truly humble woman is not afraid of imperfections. She embraces it. She knows that every mistake, every failure, and every lesson learned is shaping her into a stronger, wiser, and more capable version of herself. She is constantly evolving, constantly improving, and constantly striving to be better than she was yesterday. And that mindset, that is what makes her truly unstoppable.